G'day, welcome to the MacPack podcast.
I'm back, baby.
My name's Jamie Kenner, and to my right this week in order of attendance, it's my little brother, Junior Boy. Junior Boy, how are you, brother Mingo?
I'm feeling good. I'm getting introduced first these days. Why is that, Jake?
As Junior Boy is right. Joe is off to India at the moment. He's gone over for a little bit of a wedding.
Must be very nice.
Must be very nice. We'll hear all about that when we give him a phone call a little bit later.
They're calling him up.
We're also going through the backlog of crap that didn't necessarily make the MacPack podcast.
But it's
normal episodes.
Still kind of funny, though. So
It is. It goes all right. This week we've got an X Factor One Direction tribute that, I don't know, didn't go too flash
We
for the One
kind of
Direction.
shit on him a bit.
Didn't go too flash for the One Direction boys. Plus, a game of Stay that Riley was in charge of that didn't go too flash either.
No.
We also chatted about Steve Irwin and when Joe went to Karu. It's a massive ep, so let's get into it. Boys with boys.
Brother Mingo.
How are you?
Singular.
How are you, Brother Mingo?
I'm going good, Brother Mingo. I wonder how our other brother Mingo is
There's
going.
plenty of room on the couch today. We're recording from my place.
Oh, it's the first time we've ever recorded.
Yeah.
Not at home. Oh, wait, no, that's not true. At this place.
At this place.
This longitude and latitude.
Yeah.
You're going to be seeing a lot more of this place. This is not the set.
This
Don't
is
you
not
think
the
that
set.
this is the set for all you guys watching at home? But we've got bigger and better to show you.
We do. It's all sort of happening behind the scenes, behind the foreskin, as we say.
Behind the foreskin. Behind my foreskin.
This week, Joe's obviously away in India.
Yes.
We'll be catching up with him shortly.
Don't worry, you're going to get your Joey fix just in a few minutes.
You are, and there's
Calling
heaps,
in.
as we've noticed with a lot of the leftovers, Joey's usually the one telling the tales.
Yeah. Well, yeah, from time to time.
From time to time. There was one leftovers that I think was nearly all Joe, which I think he took a bit of offence to when he came back from, I think he was on holiday
It's
or
his time
something.
to shine.
And he came back and went,
That was last one, I think.
it was just like, yeah, that was just me. It was just me telling stories. I was like, yeah, probably take some learnings from that, Joe.
Something in that.
This week it's a little bit more balanced.
No, it took us, we did the intro like 12 times though, because we didn't have Joey here.
Yeah,
To
to
give
be
him-
how awkward. And just,
Nah.
nah, not quite. Nah, Joey's good fun. We'll chat with we'll chat with him soon.
Hey, Joey, have.
Hey, he won't listen to this, so we can basically say whatever we want. He won't be listening.
He'll just skip to his story.
Yeah, as he does. We're kicking things off this week with a game of Stay. Stay's one of our favourite games to play.
Yes.
We haven't played it in a little while, so maybe we need to
I
bring it
wonder
back.
why.
Well, we didn't. I don't know, but
We did play it.
we did. We played it on this occasion, and you actually you went okay. You come out with gusto, which was the key.
I was definitely on par to keep it going very long.
Yeah, and you had all the
I had all the elements set. I only got through like only half of my elements before it all went south.
Yeah, you built a really good rapport. I want everyone to focus on the rapport that you were able to build up with this young man over not a very long period of time.
No.
He was very involved in your dinner choices.
Definitely. He was making the decisions for me.
He was, and unfortunately, he made a fair few decisions for you, including when he was going to hang up and the conversation and transaction was going to be over,
Yeah.
which you'll hear now. All right, boys, it's time for one of our favourite new games. Since its debut, we've played it a fair few times. I played it once. John,
I played it once and won.
and then Cade has also played it.
Kato.
Riley's yet to play it, so he's going to debut for us this week, as we call an old pizza place that we used to go to.
Yeah, back at our home in Riverton.
And this week, you need to tell them you want a Riley's Supreme.
Ring and a ring and a ring and pick up the phone. Don't say chow, don't say chow, don't say chow, don't say chow and go. Not really sure if you'll care about it. Guess we'll have to test the mood. I'll make you feel like the shit's actually true. Please don't go running away. We want you to stay.
Except a Riley's Supreme doesn't exist.
Oh, it's a long
Oh,
one.
shit.
But when it pays, it pays.
Can you-
And so I want you to basically explain to the person that you used to come to the shop a fair bit.
That's good.
Thanks, man. You used to come to the shop a fair bit, and you also always order a Riley Supreme, which was a customized pizza item that was just for you.
It's a bit cheeky.
Except this person's going to have no fucking idea who you are.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the hilarity will ensue.
Yeah, I think.
You get the idea.
So we give you 3 items. Your plan is to take as long as you can to keep them on the line, and make sure you don't actually order the pizza because we don't want to. I don't know. It's a bit.
You don't
late.
want to make
It's a bit late.
Yeah,
for
you don't want to win the big jobs.
pizza. So, Joe, please call the pizza place now. Good luck, Riley. Joe, you have the record
At 3:07.
at 3:07.
3 minutes 7 seconds. That is.
Good luck, Junior boy.
Appreciate it. How can I help you?
G'day. You guys are still open even though it's public holiday?
Yeah, we're still open.
Still doing deliveries and stuff?
No, we don't do deliveries after 8:30.
Oh, you don't do delivery. Alright, so I got to come in. Alright.
Yeah.
Radio. So, can I please get? I'll grab a garlic bread, please. I'll kick it off with a garlic bread.
Just a garlic bread?
Yep. And then, do you guys still do Ben and Jerry's at your store?
Yeah, we got ice cream.
Which Ben and Jerry's one? Which Ben and Jerry's do you have?
We got the chocolate fudge brownie, chocolate chip cookie dough, the tonight dough, half baked, triple
Bloody.
caramel chunk.
Oh man,
Yeah.
you've got them all. What do you recommend?
I'd go with the tonight dough, probably.
The tonight dough. All right. I'm gonna lock in the tonight dough. I'm a bit nervous, but let's lock it in. All right. And then, all right.
Sure?
Yeah, we'll get the tonight dough one. The tonight dough.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit cheeky.
Alright.
Radio.
It'll be ready in about 10 minutes.
Oh, no, I still gotta get a pizza. I'm still ordering a pizza.
That's always one of my favorite ones because you've called a pizza place.
Yep.
You've ordered a garlic bread
Mm-hmm.
and then an ice cream.
And he's called it quits on me.
Yeah, he's gone, that'll do that, bloke.
Nah, yeah, I didn't feel the vibe that he was kind of sick of me, but toward the end I was like, yeah, he's just keeping it very quiet.
It was also
but
very late. We called them at like 9:30, 10 p.m.
yeah,
I
they were
remember
close
that.
to the close, very close to closing up.
Yeah.
Shop.
But well, you get that on the big jobs.
You get that on league jobs. Stay will return one day, maybe.
Say we'll be back. I was going to say things that won't be back. The next person we chatted about
Oh,
is Steve Irwin. Now,
no.
we celebrated Steve Irwin Day.
Yeah,
It was just like a off the cuff mention. We were going to do a little bit of a chat.
yeah, about like Aussie culture,
Yeah.
which I think we still did.
So do I. I think we just
we
cut
talked about
this
like
bit.
the whole like g'day mate, epidemic, and like just like how good Aussie culture is.
Pandemic.
And then but we were going to start it off with the whole Steve Irwin stuff, but
Yeah.
it didn't work out as well as we planned. And there's just a bit of like you can hear that the mics are still rolling and how the dialogue goes when we're not recording but the mics are on.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a discussion. Similar to what I've just said there, where we say something and then we go, are we going with that?
Yeah.
But there are no rules and
And
leftovers.
sometimes we do go with it a lot.
Most of the
Sometimes
time.
we don't. Sometimes there's a line where we go,
Well, let's run that
yeah,
back.
Yeah,
Let's
do
run that
one
back. And that was one of these occasions.
Like, if you're gonna chug a drink and you need a little song.
We like to drink with Joey, 'cause Joey is our mate.
And when we drink with Joey, he gets it down in 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
There's a lot of water in there.
All right, boys, we're talking about Aussie culture.
We do. We are.
It's Steve Irwin Day.
It
It's
is.
Steve Irwin Day. Happy Steve Irwin Day. Happy Steve Irwin Day.
Best day on the calendar. Remembering
And
it
what
great.
is
I,
that
didn't,
exactly?
I only found out it was Steve Irwin Day today.
Steve Irwin Day isn't actually the day he died, is it?
No,
It's just
no.
the day we celebrate.
Joe
Steve Irwin.
ruined that earlier. But no, Steve Irwin Day is. Oh, Steve Irwin Day is just a day that you commemorate the big man. He was
His
very.
birthday? Just a day?
Love all the questions without
Yeah,
any.
well, sometimes it's good to prepare when you ring a segment.
Oh, Rich.
But yeah, he's one of the. Oh, go on. Yo! Fuck, it's chaos in here tonight. Yes,
Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin.
Cool guy.
Good day.
King.
One of the greats.
Big energies.
Love that guy.
Very Australian dude, but he
Bloody oath.
was the definition of a larrikin.
Yeah.
Used to get around and do pretty fucking ballsy stuff, to be completely frank.
Yeah.
To be completely francis with ya.
And great dude, like great conservative.
I
like,
don't
of
know.
nature.
Oh yeah.
Did so much for it.
Cool
Yeah, no,
clothes.
he was a good dude. Yeah,
Cool
pretty,
fit. Yeah, the khakis.
pretty green,
The double khaki that I love.
pretty green stuff.
But you know what?
What?
Is that all we're saying?
Think so.
I thought we were going to talk about how he died and stuff.
Are we keeping this in?
Can we do it now? Do you want to talk about how he died?
Can I hear us? Or we
So
do
Can they hear us? All right, this one takes us well back, about 10 weeks now.
How did this come apart, Jake?
Well, me and Joe, obviously, we have a fair few of these discussions. X Factor was on, I think, or The New Voice, or one of those
shitty shows.
terrible shows that we've never really been invested in, barring Australian Idol, which we'll get to in a bit, because that also pops up a little bit later.
Yep.
Australian Idol was probably the only one that we ever got genuinely interested in.
Yep.
But I'm beginning to notice that whoever wins these competitions, if you know who wins the competitions, props to you.
Mm-hmm.
But their relevance is decreasing quite quickly.
Do you want me to drop? I've actually done some research. These are like
That's rare.
three of the biggest names who have won X Factor Australia, and they haven't gone on to do much.
Okay.
Do you remember from season 3, Reese Master?
Oh, yeah.
You know he's performing a gig in Perth. I think it was either fucking this weekend or next weekend,
Yeah.
and free entry.
What?
People aren't going down, so they've made it free entry.
We might have to go.
So that's how they're going. They're doing free gigs down at fucking pubs. And Dami Im from season 5.
Oh, yeah. I think
She
she
got
won
kicked out.
Did she win Eurovision?
Yeah, maybe something like that. And the biggest thing that Samantha Jade has done, she's
Oh,
currently
yeah.
on this season's
She on The Bachelor? or
what's that?
something?
You fired job?
You're fired.
What's that?
The Apprentice.
Yeah, she's on Celebrity Apprentice. Celebrity is an exaggeration,
Yeah, that's a good call.
but good on her. But like,
There's-
they don't go on to do much.
No, this
which
is what
we've
I
noticed.
was saying to Joe off air, actually. There seems to be rules and regulations about when you win, you get the contract. And the contract just gets chosen for you and you're just in it.
Yep.
There's more success stories for those who come second and third than there is for legends that go on to win it. You know, Matt Corby came like 6th in the first ever Australian Idol?
Yeah, don't we touch on that? Yeah.
Potentially.
Corby is bopping off.
Yeah. And on this occasion,
Same with One Direction. One
we-
Direction came second.
yeah, we make mention to did they come second?
Something like
They
that.
didn't win.
They definitely
Because we
didn't win.
definitely make mention to the young chap who won, and I could tell you right now, no one has ever spoken his name.
I can't even remember his name. We just listened to the fucking audio.
Yeah, no one's spoken his name since the night he won. He just went MIA.
This performance from One Direction was abysmal.
It was. That's what we end up talking about.
Yeah.
The fact that it seemed like they shouldn't have. They were putting out performances that weren't too flash,
Nah.
but there was potential in them
Which then got
that sort of saw the fame
over,
come.
yeah.
I think Mr. Simon Cowell had a heavy weighting on what he was going to do with the boys after the show, more so than what they were able to achieve while they were on the show.
yeah on the show. It's just to get the hype up. Get a
Exactly.
few fans going.
Build the lads together,
Yeah.
build a bit of hype, get these boys marketable.
There you go.
Anyway, that's it now. Do you guys know Matt Cardell?
No.
No. No.
He was in America's X Factor.
He got on him. Did he win?
He beat One Direction out.
Oh shit.
Wait.
Matt Cardle. Ever heard of the bloke?
Oh, wait. America, UK.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of him?
No, I haven't.
He beat One Direction. This is what I mean. It's better not to win these
Better not to
competitions
win,
than it
yeah.
is to win. I did see recently. I'll bring it up now. It's One Direction. This is one of their. Maybe this is the reason that this guy won. One Direction sung "Viva La Vida."
Oh, yeah,
man,
by
it's
Chris
Have you
Martin.
seen this?
bad. It's just not their vibe.
You gotta do yourself a favor. Head to the YouTube and watch the actual video. Harry Styles is doing this thing with his shoulder where he's
Oh.
like pumping it so much that it looks like he's gonna dislocate it.
This is like a big thing in the One Direction fan base. How hard Harry goes in the song.
How he's like literally just like throwing his shoulder out like it's.
He's got gusto.
It looks like
We love gusto.
oh, it's bad. Look at him. See,
What are
like
they doing?
I don't know. He's having a stroke.
I think they're famously bad at dancing.
But look at him.
Yeah,
He's like, it's like he's holding a dumbbell that's too heavy.
I
and
think a
he's-
lot of chicks who listen to the potty would know.
what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
This is who's this guy? Irish
Niall.
dude. He's
I was
funny.
arguably one
Listen,
of
he
them.
does a really, really bad woo that bit. Ready? Wait for it. We might play this whole song. Listen to him. Like he doesn't know that he's on. His mic's on.
Yeah.
The shoulder movements from Harry Styles. Look at him. He's like he's trying to fucking punch his knees out. Some of the hairstyles are second to none. They all just got Justin Bieber cuts.
Yeah. Of the time.
It's a real vibe. I want to hear the comments. Do you reckon the comments are good? Do we get the comments in it?
Comments are turned off.
No. I mean
Oh,
from the
is it?
judges. All right, we're doing the whole thing. We're in. This
Simon
could be.
Cowell will be nice because
This could be a lefty.
he had money on it.
Legit. I wonder if Simon gets that.
Simon Cowell's giving him a standing ovation.
Yeah, because he put them together.
Yeah, he's got a back in.
When I heard you were going to do Coldplay, I thought it was a big, big reference. I love what you did with the song. You totally made it your own. And I love that the band is gelling. That even though Simon's going to claim he put this band together, it was my idea originally, Simon.
Who's that bloke?
Never seen that before in my life.
It's Niall's dad.
You could be a big boy band. But you have a lot of work to do. You know, and I'm not, Simon, I'm not sure about the styling. Did you have a stylist? Or was it you?
He's not wrong there, though.
Simon has to knock it out.
I don't know whose idea it was because I wasn't there.
This
but
is
it
Danny?
looked
Danny
like it
Minogue.
fit
Queen
together.
of Got Talent. Or X Factor, whatever the fuck.
That song was fantastic, and you did make it your own. I wasn't thinking of Coldplay then.
I wasn't thinking of much positive. There, I reckon. That was
That's actually an
I didn't know
interesting.
Danny was on that.
Neither did I.
This post-match interview actually makes me think. This actually makes me think. So like, obviously, it was X Factor's idea to get the boys together.
Simon particularly.
I
I think.
think
Things. Here we go.
That was. I think everyone listening knows that was a
Not
subpar performance from a multi-million-dollar band.
Yeah.
I reckon X Factor made it very like prominent in their judges' post-match speeches to
Yeah.
pump them the fuck up.
Yeah.
They knew that they had 5 it boys that are like good-looking lads who can genuinely hold a tune. Sometimes.
Yeah.
I reckon it was a big thing that it was like,
We're getting them to the final.
let's get these. Like they
Yeah.
would have brought in such an audience, and like you can hear the chicks they're still screaming while they're doing the fucking conversations afterwards. Like everyone wants to see One Direction win. I think X Factor made that.
And Matt Cardell snuck in there, the cheeky dog.
Yeah.
And he made
Maybe they did that because we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Simon even
Fucking
like
12 years on.
Does Simon get money from?
Yeah, he signed them. He's like he was their manager. Maybe he didn't want him to win.
maybe he didn't want him to win, yeah. And he's making the call. Oh no, does it go to phone invites?
I think it goes to phone invites,
Yeah,
but
Simon.
I don't know. I reckon Simon's got enough coin in the back pocket to go, yeah, these boys aren't winning. They're not winning. We'll lose the battle, win the war.
In the war, yeah.
All right, boys. Volume 5's episode of the MacPack podcast is brought to you because Joe's in India.
Joe.
Joey's chuffed off to India for a big wedding, a week-long wedding by the looks of things.
Yeah, bender of sorts.
And we've been fortunate enough to find Joey 1 square meter of free space in India, and he's fortunate enough to be able to give us a phone call. So Joey Mack, you join us live. How are you, brother Mingo?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, going great. Mr. Worldwide over here. Yeah, so we're here for the big wedding. And yeah, as you said, it goes for a week. And you think, okay, we're partying for a week, so maybe each individual party might be nice and chill.
Yep.
Just sort of spaced out. That's not the case. So we flew in, we left 6 p.m. Friday night. We got in, it was like 5 a.m. here, which is like 7:30 Perth time.
Yep.
So just over like 12 hours sort of on the plane. And then we get picked up and then we go to like the bride's family's house. Have a little bit of rest, have some lunch, come back here. have another sleep. And then we were originally going to, I think the engagement party was starting at like 7.
Yep.
And we're like, oh, okay, 7, it'll finish at around midnight maybe. That'll be fine. We can come back, get some sleep. When we were there, we were like, oh yeah, what time do you think the party will be wrapping up? And Harsh is like, yeah, probably like 5 a.m.
Wow.
So it's probably standard. And then we were like, what? So we were like, well, maybe we'll come a bit later. So we ended up getting to the party at around 10:30. We didn't miss anything. That was all just like they do like the actual like sort of ceremony type rituals and stuff happened when we got there.
Yep.
And then it was about midnight when like the like D4 sort of opened up.
That's nice.
And they had this DJ was so good, and they had like a it was like a DJ, but they also had a live band for all the drums and stuff.
Oh.
And then at one point there was a guy with like, I don't know what you would call it. It's almost like a bongo, but it was like flipped on the sides, and he was using like drumsticks.
Yep.
And he was on the D floor riding around on like a hoverboard.
What?
Oh.
You know, like a
Is
swagway.
this the one that you were sitting on?
Yeah, same guy, but he wasn't on the board at the time. So he's literally just like riding around, playing the drum on the D floor.
Unreal.
Everyone was dancing. We like, because we were obviously pretty tired from the flight and everything, so we would occasionally like pull up a seat, sit near the D floor, just like, you know, have a bit of a rest. And whenever we did this, because we obviously met we were introduced to like, so Manu and Harshda, the bride and groom, we met like their whole family, extended family, friends that were there. So everyone knew us because we were like,
The only,
oh yeah,
only
these guys
white,
come
you
from
the only
Australia.
white people over there?
Yeah, what's the ratio?
Yeah. Yeah, like less than 1%, I would say. So we
Right.
did stand out a bit. Oh, there was this, anyway, so I'll finish what I was saying. We would sit down, we needed like a bit of a break, and like we would sit down for maybe like 2-3 minutes, and then someone would come up, someone from the family would like come up and like try and pull us back onto the D floor.
Shit, yeah.
And then there was a bit where, because obviously they were playing like Indian music,
Yeah.
which, you know, I wasn't familiar with. And there was a bit where they were like, because Kira was wearing like this red dress, and then the DJ was like, this song goes out to like the girl in the red dress, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like, it's just like the super white song, and it was Peaches by Justin Bieber, which Bieber's like fine, but we don't really like. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a massive fan, but when they came on, I was like, oh yeah, shit, yeah, I know the words.
This is
to
one
this
of ours. This is one of our
Yeah,
guys.
one of our boys.
That's sick. That's so funny. I
That's
read
lit.
that.
Is there a lot of English-speaking people there, or are you struggling to kind of fit in the crowds and the parties?
Yeah, so I would say most people speak English, like the people who are at the wedding and stuff.
Yep.
In terms of like, we've basically only sort of been with the family so far. So I guess some people who work at like, some of the people at the first guy we spoke to at the hotel, I don't think he really spoke English.
Don't think.
But yeah, I would say that most, like, if you go somewhere, you'd be able to find someone who would speak English to help. Because it's like, it is a, what do you call it? The like, official language.
Oh, okay.
So it is one of them as well.
Are you seeing a fair few dance moves that you wouldn't usually see in like a Western party? I guess is the best way I can phrase that.
Yeah, they did a lot of like, what did they say? There was, after the teachers came on, they said, they were like, the DJ was like, what you want to do? If you want to dance, you're going to go one hand up and one leg up and just like tap it away. And he was like, that's like a classic move.
That's a classic.
And there's like a lot of, especially the girls do a lot of like, wavy hand moves.
Yeah.
But yeah, a couple of them were doing the robot with me. The sprinkler got,
That's it.
the sprinkler got a bit of a run. I'd say the worst thing about dancing at this wedding was, you know, like one of my classic moves sort of like back home is, you know, you like throw up the ball for them to like either like whip or dab into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't doing well here. not a lot of reception on that
Do
one.
they know about the sprinkle and the robot? Is that
Yeah.
like, was you teaching them moves?
I don't know. There was one guy. I'm not sure how exactly he was related to to like, because we met so many people, so like it's just like
A blur. Yeah.
at a certain point you're just like, okay, I know you're like in the family somehow, but I'm not really sure from the picture. And he was leaving. He was really fun. He was leaving, and he's like, your dance moves are very suave.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yes, that's what I was going
You
for.
take that. So what? You got 2 more days of partying to do. Is that right?
Yeah, so there's like henna night. It's called Mendy, and
Sure,
that's
Mendy's.
on the Thursday. And then the actual wedding is on Saturday night,
Fucking hell.
which I think is going to be like the biggest
Huge. Yeah.
one.
This is like pre's.
Um,
Everything leading up to the wedding is pre's.
Warm up. Yeah.
You know, the 7-hour party is a warm up through to 5 a.m. That's what you want.
Yeah, and the family's been super nice. So like we had like lunch there on the day we landed. Then last night, yesterday we like literally slept for the whole day, and then they invited us over for dinner.
Yep.
They had dinner super late. We were there until like 2 a.m.
What?
having waffles and stuff.
Do they get up
playing-
late? Do they not get out of bed till p.m.?
Well, I think because of the wedding, they all slept tons. Yes, because like the bride didn't get home till like 5 a.m., 5:30. And she was saying that her and Manu, they like didn't eat until 4 because they were so busy with like wedding
shit,
stuff.
yeah.
They didn't actually eat last night until 4 a.m.
Fucking hell.
Another cool thing they had was it was like I can show you a video of it when I get back, but it was like a gun that had like pyrotechnics in it,
Oh, yep.
like sparkles, and they were just like shooting them up in the air, like on the D floor, and sparkles just like going everywhere.
That's shit. That's sick. See
Yeah,
if
it
you
was
can bring
pretty
one
mental.
back with you.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think it.
They'll allow it.
I don't think they would allow it. Yeah, but yeah, that's only the wedding. Like we've got. I'll obviously talk about it a lot next week, but there's some other funny stories that like we've only been here for 2 days. But we've got some good stories. The main thing that I think is different here is like the driving.
Yep.
Other side of the road.
So we got
There
picked
are no
up by.
rules.
There are no rules. We got picked up by. Yeah, that's the rule, that there are no rules. If you tried to drive normally, you'd cause an accident. We got picked up by the bride and her brother,
Yeah.
and we just started driving down the road. And I was just like, oh, this is weird. We're like not really in a lane. I could just see like the lane like in the middle of our car. And I was like, okay. And they toot so much. It's insane. But it's more like, it's not like an aggressive thing.
It's
It's
like, I'm
like
here.
literally just like, I'm here, I'm coming through.
Yeah.
And I think one of the main reasons they have what do you call it? They have like rickshaws, and also they have trucks. So the rickshaws and trucks go a lot slower. So you sort of need to. You can't be going the same speed as them. You just sort of they just like zip around them. It's pretty nuts. Also, on the way back from the wedding, like the bride's driver took us home. And to get to our hotel room, you kind of have to go down this main road,
Yeah.
and then you like go down a bit further because there's no exit, and you need to do like a big U-turn to come back. So that's where we were going, and then the driver just pulled onto like the other side of this like freeway. I was driving on the wrong side of the road, and because the car they're like the brother's like a politician, so the car he has sirens.
Oh.
So the driver just puts the sirens on, like the lights and the siren is just speeding down the wrong side of the road.
Oh yeah.
To drop us at the hotel room, and then we get to the hotel, and then like the gates are shut because it's like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
and he is just blaring the siren, so someone comes out to let us in.
Oh yeah.
This is nuts. So this
Very
is
good.
it's pretty similar to the sort of service that you get in Perth, where like your money.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah, yeah.
You've got your own
Police
personal
escort.
driver. Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
good that you're
it's
not
quite
sort
nice.
of too out of touch.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. We're going to Delhi 6 today, which is the biggest. What? We go to like Old Delhi, so like the older part of town,
Yep.
and it's like the biggest market in all of Asia or something.
Okay.
So we're gonna get, because Kira's got like because you saw what she was wearing the other day, like the sort of more traditional like Indian style dress.
Yep.
She's got they've also got her 2 outfits for like the 2 more parties. So I've got to go to get they call like the kurta pajama, like the classic, like you know what you see at the like Indian style garb.
Yeah.
So we're going to get that today. I'll have to pick you guys out some outfits.
Yeah, send pics and bring as much as you can home. We might do a whole episode dressed in the what'd you call them? The Sikh pajamas.
Kurta pajamas.
Close. That was close.
Yeah, I think they'd suit you guys.
Yeah, nice.
Maybe you can wear it next time you go out.
Yeah, good. We were just chatting before, me and Riley. The last time we did a leftovers episode was when you were away, and you went to Karu.
Always traveling.
Mr. Worldwide on a road trip.
Yeah, you went to Karu.
Yes, Karu.
So
it's
the next clip that we've got is you telling a story from Karu where Dad was involved in building one of the houses in Karu. And he went and found.
Yeah, going from Karu to India, it's like the least populated place on earth to the most.
Love your work, Joey.
Yeah,
well, we'll chat
cool.
to you.
Everyone enjoyed the Karu story and the classic. I was really sad when we cut it out of the episode. But glad it's finally getting his day in the song.
It's time to shine. Here we go.
Thank you so much for joining us.
See you guys.
We'll chat to you during the week, and we'll chat to you when you get back in town.
See you, Gobber.
Bye.
See you, mate.
So yeah, that was on the way to Kalbarri and then back again to Karu. I sort of I was a speed demon.
Yeah,
I was confident on the road. And we were killing it.
Nice.
So anyway, we get up to Kalbarri, stayed there for 3 days. It was lovely. Not too much funny stuff happened. So we'll skip over that, but it was a great town. Would recommend just some tourist stuff if you haven't been. So there's some great beaches. We went snorkeling at Blue Holes.
Nice.
It was great. I did get a little scared of the fish. So I sort of swam back. There were some big boys.
Yeah.
They were a bit scary. Yeah, don't worry. Some of the other kids were scared too. And then we went to the Skyhawk and the Skywalk. The Nature's Window, which is just great. Like it's like a desert, and then you sort of look out. It's like it is very Breaking Bad actually. Like just great like sort of desert scenery, which I'd never really seen before. But yeah, great stuff. And then we head down to the main. Well, not the main event. Cabaret was there. We head on to the final stop.
Here we go.
Karu.
Karu.
Now, have you guys heard of Karu before I brought it up?
No.
Me neither. So, me and Kira planning the trip. We got, obviously, the classic. Lancelin, Geraldine, Kalbarri.
Yep. Tick, tick, tick.
Iconic. You've all heard of that before.
Of course.
Karu. How we decided on saying Karu was like, okay, we want to drive back inland.
Finland.
Inland, so a bit more in.
Yep.
So, basically, we're on Google Maps.
Yep.
We just sort of dragging the maps around. We're like, oh, this is Karu. We'll fucking stay there.
Bet.
So we booked in at the Karu Hotel,
Nice.
the Karu local.
The Karu Hotel.
They might have So it's about a 2-hour drive from Kalbarri.
Yeah. Okay.
Down the center of not Oz, but down inland.
Yeah.
We get there. We pull up like we see in the signs like Karu 50 kilometers, Karu 10 kilometers. Welcome to Karu. We drove for about a minute. Good. Have fun leaving Karu. Karu is a small town, and I missed the turn onto Main Street. Turns out Main Street, they probably just could have called it Karu Street. Just about the only one there. So we go down Main Street. We find the hotel. It's easy. It's the only 2-story building in the town.
Actual.
Yeah, I don't think so. There's not many houses.
Imagine
there.
living in a place like that.
Yeah,
It'd
so
be
we get there.
weird.
We get there on Friday. We timed it so we'd get to the Karu Hotel for happy hour.
Yeah.
Maybe we'd bond with some of the locals, right?
Yeah.
Well, all 6 of them were there.
Oh, actually.
No,
Full
not
house.
really. So we walk into the hotel. We park out the back. Come in. We're like, I can't find like the reception for like the hotel bit. It's like a hotel, but it's also like a pub.
Okay.
So we're like, okay, we just walk up to the bar. We walk up to the bartender, and Kira's like, oh, where do we check in for the hotel? And he goes, oh, Kira. And then she's like, how did you know? He goes, you two are the only people staying here tonight.
You feel like you're going to get murdered? What the fuck? No good stories come from weird, lonesome country towns.
Oh, yeah. Everyone seemed friendly, I guess.
Yeah, I'm trying
so
to
then
eat you.
we go up the steps, and there's about 20 rooms. We were in 19.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Preparing for the
Lot
best.
The boom is coming.
Yeah, so we
Trust the
get there. Yeah, we're the only people there.
Yeah.
Classic Karu. Not a lot of folk down there.
Yeah.
We go down. There's some locals there. We got all the bottle workers.
Yeah.
Some tradies. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then
all
just
you
a
need.
lot of old people. A lot of old people who live in Karu.
Strange crew in Karu. That's what
But
I'm
yeah,
hearing.
they were all lovely. Service was lovely. I don't know if you've seen in my story. Massive Kira's massive chicken parmesan.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that
Yeah,
from
that was
Karu?
the town bird. They had to
That's the
kill
emblem.
it.
Yeah, good.
And then so not a lot of houses. We went up. We had a pretty long trip, so we just went up to the room, watched some TV. It wasn't a lot much else to do in Karu. Not a lot going on there. So there was a big board. There's obviously you got drinks menu.
This is fun.
You got the drinks menu, all the specials and
Yeah.
shit. Then you got what's on. It's a big chalkboard.
Just fucking.
It's blank. It just says what's on up the top.
Kira and Joe are in town.
It's almost like the bartender. The bartender should be the guy in town who knows all the cool things to do.
Yeah.
It's almost like he's gone, fuck, man. Hopefully someone will tell me what's on. So then, we had a nice day in Karu. And then the night we got there, I was like pulled up. I was like, I messaged the fam chat, like, we're the only people staying in this hotel.
Karu,
This
yeah.
whole hotel, we're the only people staying there. And then Dad messaged. He was like, "Oh, when I was, because for those who don't know, Dad was a bricklayer in his youth,
Yep.
and also in his middle age and such." But he messaged. He was like, I built a house in Karu when I was 20 or
Classic.
21
As all
with
bricklayers
his dad. So dad and our grandfather were bricklayers. So they drove out to Karu
That's a trip.
and built a house there. And then Kira's like, "Oh, that's really sweet that Dad remembers building this house in this town."
Yeah.
With his dad, and then we were both like, because we had driven a little bit around the town, like, oh, well, he built a house here, so that's built about 20% of the town.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, we'll drive out. Dad said it was a cream brick building, and obviously
The only one there.
sample size wasn't massive, so we thought it'd be easy to track down.
Yeah.
So we drove around a bit in the morning, because Kira's like, yeah, like it'd be really sweet. Like this is the house that your dad, your grandpa built.
Blood,
And
sweat,
now-
and tears.
Now, like, this would have been like 30 years ago. Now I'm back out there in Karu, a town we picked completely random, almost like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
I'm 23, about Dad's age when he was there. So we drove around the town and we finally found this lovely little cream brick building. Oh, it's perfect. And then we snapped the pic, send it off in the fam chat, and we drive around the town for about 10 seconds and we're ready to leave. And then we're about to leave and Kira's like, oh, should we wait until Dad
Goes back
replies
to, yeah.
in case we got the wrong house? I'm like, well, look,
Chances
if it
are.
was a different cream house, I don't think it's here anymore. So okay, whatever. So we're driving off, and Kira's like, just kept on going. Like, this is really sweet. We found the house,
Yeah.
and then so sent to the fam chat. Dad goes, I was like, is this the house? Dad goes, I don't fucking remember. It was like 30 years ago.
Oh my. What a time.
Yeah, but it was great. If you're there, go support Karu, because we don't know how long they're going to be around.
How good is it to hear from young Joan?
Oh, mate, he got probably more time on the app than we both have already.
He loved it.
He's not even here.
I haven't spoken to him. That's literally the first time I've spoken to him
In-
since he was away.
In 2 days, yeah.
Well, how long's he been gone?
2 days. He left on Friday. It's Monday, midday. Right
Okay. Okay, well, that's fair enough. We don't chat much often anyway. That's good. That's why we do the podcast, so we catch up.
Yeah, facts.
I do say that to a lot of people. They go, oh, like, what's it like? I'm like, well, basically, it's just an excuse for us to sit around and talk, because if we didn't have this, we probably just wouldn't talk.
No, we'd do something. We used to play basketball together.
We did.
That was fun.
Before knees. BK. Before knees.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah. It's a sad
That's pretty cool. BK. I
Yeah.
like that.
It's the first time I've said it.
Trend.
There's plenty of stuff to come in this episode.
Trying to remember it.
In the sense that there's one more story left. It was good to hear about
Oh.
Karu.
Yeah, Karu was that story was like that was gonna make the cut of the episode, but
It was.
it was in the What a Week first segment, and that went for like 15 minutes already. So we didn't want to have half the episode dedicated to.
to Karu, which no one has ever heard
But
of.
now it got its time to shine, and I'm sure you all enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Muchly.
that was incredible. What a tale. We also mentioned now this one that we're leading into. We've trimmed it up a bit, but it's about a young man named Flynn. Flynn.
You sure?
Flynn.
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 Yeah.
Flynn. Who
So it
was
is confirmed Flynn.
Flynn. Despite what Mark Holden, Marsha Hines, and Dicko, I don't know Dicko's other name. Dicko just runs by Dicko.
Yeah, fair enough.
Repeatedly say to young Flynn when he auditioned for Australian Idol. The story, basically, we talked about a few things.
We did this during the X Factor One Direction stuff, which
Yeah.
was preluded to. But now we get onto the real shit about Flynn.
Yeah, Flynn gets his own time in the sun here. All right, to give some context to this one, Flynn is a young Asian lad
Yep.
who is auditioning for Australian Idol.
Yep.
What we were talking about was that there's not many funny auditions anymore. On Australian Idol, there were some really good ones. You had your Guy Sebastians who walked in and just fucking killed it.
Yep.
But there also was a nice balance of people like Flynn who had no fucking idea what they were doing.
Did they must have let more people who, like, you didn't have to audition for the audition. I think now it's like you have to be good enough to get
Yeah,
even time to.
I
stand in
agree.
front of
There's
them.
like a bit of a screening process.
Yeah.
Where at the time,
You used to rock up.
because I think Australian Idol, they used to do every city for days, like a week in each city.
Shit.
And like so many thousands of people would come because it was like a real all abilities group.
Yeah, 'cause I remember seeing some YouTube clips and it's like people walk in and they're like, "Fuck, I stood in that line for 7 hours, like, and you're not gonna be like, you're gonna be rude to me when I come in here and sing for you, like." That's
And,
what I've seen. So I guess that's how it used to be.
Yeah, because you got as I said, you got people like Guy Sebastian who really know what they're doing, and they're like,
Elite.
and then you've got Flynn, who looks like he may have stumbled out of like a
hub.
mental health unit, and he's just rolled up in line and gone, "Oh, we're here." He goes, "I can do Beat It by Michael Jackson. What do we think, dicko?" So what you're about to hear is one of the, in my opinion, one of the greatest auditions that ever took place on the early edition of Australian Idol. If you haven't seen the video, we urge you, head to YouTube and
Definitely
just
will.
search Flynn, F-Y, no?
FLY
FLY
From
Australian Idol, I think season 1
Fuck.
into YouTube, and you will be treated. I promise you will leave watching that video far happier than you first arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, we give you the audio edition of Mr. Flynn. It's Australian Idol audition.
A man called Flynn was sharing his goodwill and getting ready to unleash bucket loads of what we call the X Factor.
Look at how old this
The X
is.
Factor.
Memorable.
This is on Idol, though, right?
Yeah, it was doing like Osher, and formerly known as Andrew G.
And Dicko.
This is Fling.
Fling. Yes. Flynn or Fling?
Fling.
Yes.
Okay.
Fling.
Fling. Yeah. Fling.
Just casual racism.
It was the early
Today I'm
2000s.
going to sing a beautiful song.
His name is Flynn,
from
but they
Michael
keep calling him
Jackson.
Fling.
I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, it's the Michael Jackson song.
Oh, I do know this one.
Push. Oh, I don't want to do an accent, but he will do it for us. Here we go. That's Mark Holden just pissing himself.
Little kid, don't you ever come around here. Don't wanna see you face, you better disappear.
You!
The flies are in the eye and the woods are really clear. So beat it, just beat it. You better go, you better do what you can. Don't wanna see no blood, don't be a macho man. You wanna be tough,
Dicko's
better
laughing,
do what you can.
like visibly
so
laughing.
beat it. You wanna be bad, just be there, beat it. No one wants to be defeated.
Got vibrato though.
He's got,
Showing how funky strong is all your fight. It doesn't matter who wrong or right. Just beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. See how to get you better. Wrong way to dress. Don't wanna be a fool, you wanna be a man.
I think they knew they were onto
Stay
something
alive,
here, though. I
better
think
do
they
what
knew
you
that
can. So
entertainment's
beat
sake
it.
was
Just beat
pretty
it.
high.
Beat it.
Oh, he's
feel like
got
they're
got dance
dancing.
moves as well, which is adding plenty. Clapping from
Clap him
the
up, clap him up.
Performance, okay?
from the crowd.
Unquestionably a superstar performance.
I feel like
Right, Junior Boy, that brings us to the end of another episode of the MacPack podcast.
A pretty good leftovers episode, I would say. So
yeah,
myself.
I didn't mind
I
it.
reckon they've got a fair bit of value. People might not. I mean, do you reckon people listen?
Well, anyone.
Yeah, have we checked the numbers? Do they dip in listens on a leftovers? 'Cause
Leftovers-
I don't think they should.
Yeah, leftovers usually go alright because they usually come externally at a time where we've done quite well. I think we've been in the news and then followed up with a leftovers episode,
Yeah.
which would be pretty jarring for people to join us at that point.
Yeah.
But nah, it's good. I think I like the reminiscing element where we get to relive stuff that was marginally relevant at the time, and then
Yeah.
we look at it 20 weeks later and go, "Wow, it's definitely not relevant now."
And it's cool to see like I don't know, relative growth within like the way we do stuff as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch.
It's funny. One Direction are back in the news now.
Oh yeah.
They weren't when we spoke about them
Nah.
20 weeks ago.
Good timing. I
Yeah,
reckon.
that worked out well.
Yeah.
But yes, we hope you enjoyed. If you can, head to Spotify, head
We
to
got-
Apple Pods,
yeah, we
leave
got-
us a review.
We got a bunch of 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts.
Oh, we did. Do we want to read out the one that we got recently?
Yeah.
We can do that.
Fucking hell.
Joe's not here. Doesn't matter.
Here we go.
Joe didn't leave the review, so doesn't really matter.
Cheeky devil, yeah.
All right, this is live homework. Here we go.
Here we go, here we go.
We
here
love
we
the
go.
reviews as well. So on Spotify,
Yep.
you can leave the stars.
Yeah, which we got heaps of last week when we urged you all to do it. So if you haven't yet, stop being lazy.
But if you
Scroll up.
yeah, and then if you want to get your stuff read out, fling us a us a message.
Fling us a message.
Fling us a message on Instagram and say, hey, I just dropped you 5 stars on Spotify and here's what I think of your podcast. And
Hell
then you
yeah.
can abuse us as much as you want there.
That works as well.
And we'll read it out as long as you drop 5 stars. We did get one from JMacBeth01, which is like my name, Nan's name, 01. JMac
Something in that.
Beth01. He
Something
goes,
in that.
even though you boys live on the wrong side of the river, you still provide laughs and would love to have a beer with you all. Or 10.
Oh!
We love your work.
Closer to 10, I reckon.
We love your work, JMac Beth.
Yeah, well, mate, I'll see you out one day. Then we can definitely have 10 beers.
Yeah,
together.
slide into our DMs. We'll put a few skewies back together.
Also, I actually got a solo DM from a fan called
Here we go.
Here we go, Jamana.
Jamana.
She just sent
Like Bajana.
She just sent a selfie and she was like, "Boys, potty is elite."
She just sent a selfie to you.
Yeah, I was just like, "Boys, potty is elite." So bloody earth.
Okay, we'll take that.
We love the love.
We love the love. So thank you everyone for getting in touch. If you're keen to get in touch as well, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Been an absolute pleasure to sit next
And
to
from
you.
Brooklyn, but Brooklyn Clinch also sent one of them.
Why are they just hitting you?
No, this one was on the MacPack account. But yeah, if you do send us DMs, we tend to reply with some things.
Yeah, we'll reply. We've replied to every message we've ever got.
yeah.
Usually with a video or a photo or of us just
It's fun. It's fun
being
to get-
weird.
Yeah.
It's mainly that. It's mainly just an
Mainly being weird.
unhinged clip.
Yeah. You
Um,
know how it is. You guys would get it.
Yeah. Can't wait for Joe to get back and talk about India for 7 hours. But
Yeah.
that'll be good.
And I went to Kid Leroy, and the Kid Leroy concert was lit.
We need to talk about Kid Leroy next week. I wonder if he'll be back in the positive light of the people after.
Hopefully.
Because he kicked things off really nicely and then shit hit the fan.
Yes. More on that next week.
More on that next week. It's been an absolute pleasure to sit next to you.
And
Welcome to my place as well.
Yeah, it's cool. Good vibes.
Not bad. Until we chat this time next week, stay safe, stay blessed, and always remember to
Go give your mama a hug.
It's tough now, but not for real.